What y'all know about this right here? But let me show you how it affects the whole community. Now Brenda really never knew her moms, and her dad was a junkie putting death into his arms. But oh, that's a thought, my own revelation. Do whatever it takes to resist the temptation. Brenda got herself a boyfriend. Her boyfriend was her cousin. Now let's watch the joy. And Brenda's belly's getting bigger, but no one seems to notice any change in her figure. She's 12 years old and she's having a baby. In love with the molester who's sexing her crazy. Is paying the rent, so she really couldn't complain. Prostitute found slang, and Brenda's a name. She's got bait. What y'all know about that? For y'all time, y'all don't know nothing about that.
The way that we live is not for everybody.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
How do you think the rest of Jaden Daniels' career is going to go? If we're, 6, 7 games into Jaden Daniels' career, and he's already milking injuries? Like,
stop saying my name, you dick riding bastard. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, and Shawty is the winner. You can tell that Shawty's no beginner, she's confident.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about these two specific wide receivers that I am super high on, that I feel like a lot of Washington Commanders fans are sleeping on, and these receivers are out to prove you all wrong. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. Want to roll to 10,000 subscribers, so we greatly appreciate it if you want to reach that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So with the Washington Commanders making a plethora of moves this offseason, more specifically at the wide receiver position, it left a lot of Washington Commanders fans still desired for more. Yes, we got Deebo Samuel, we brought back Noah Brown, we brought in Michael Gallup, but if you ask the average Washington Commanders fan, they would think that this receiving core is still pretty mid, which, I mean, if you look at it on paper, it's not nothing that necessarily scares you outside of Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel. You're probably looking at it like they took a chance on Michael Gallup. We don't know what he is. Noah Brown, he's a 400, 500 yard receiver at most. And Luke McCaffrey, he going in a year two. He ain't really much of anything. So they look at it like this receiving core, it got better, but it ain't nothing to write home about. KJ Osborne, really. But I wanted to come on to kind of debt that, because if you guys have watched me all free agency long, you would have known that I have been so high on every single move we've done. But more specifically for this video, I feel like me personally is higher on this wide receiver room than most people. Is that to say that if Washington was to draft a receiver, would I be upset? No, because of course, outside of Terry McLaurin, obviously, and Deebo Samuel, there's nobody that's legit like, okay, we know what we're going to get. However, there is a guy on this roster by the name of Michael Gallup, who's a former 1,000-yard receiver, by the way, that I think, due to a year off, he's going to have a really good season. And besides Michael Gallup, you know who the guy that I feel like gets the most disrespect? It is Noah Brown. Now, come on, bring it on to me. I already know y'all probably at home like, Juan, what you talking about, Mo? I'm telling you, Noah Brown is nice. I genuinely can't understand the Noah Brown hate. Like, a lot of people really dislike Noah Brown. And am I talking about dislike in a bad way? Like, no, not as a person, but as a player, they feel like he's just a guy. And they may not necessarily be wrong. But what I would tell you about Noah Brown, and I'm not talking about the Hail Murray catch. That was fluke. That was luck. Okay, I'm talking about legit plays Noah Brown has made countless times for this team last year. One of our only big body, long radius arms and all that can stretch out and get the, the high balls that most receivers may be out of line for, out of reach for. Like, he was that only guy for us. He can also block, and he also is not afraid to do the dirty work. And what I was telling a lot of people, shout out to the Burgundy Breakdown, man. Shout out to the fellas, Reedy Z, John, they all give me a hard time for this take because they genuinely feel like Noah Brown is just regular. Like they ain't saying he trash, but they feel like he's just cool, regular. And I'm like, y'all, I get that, but my whole kill and idea of it is Noah Brown, Michael Gallup both give you 500 yards. Is that not reasonable? And is that not achievable? And you can't tell me that's an immense upgrade over what we had last year at the receiver position. You telling me Terry McLaurin guaranteed 1,100, 1,200, maybe shoot even 1,300, 1,400 at some point, hopefully, right? But regardless, he a guaranteed 1,000, 1,100. You bring in Deebo Samuel, who's a guaranteed 1,000 all-purpose, whether that's running, receiving. Then you bring in Noah Brown, who I think is healthy. He's back from the kidney issue. He's 100%. He's gonna give you somewhere between 400 to 500 receiving yards. And I genuinely think Michael Gallup has an opportunity to come in and explode. And for him, that's 500-600 yards. Like, we know how good Michael Gallup was. Can we stop acting as if this guy did not torch us when he was with Dallas? Now, I will say I understand your rebuttal or your stance for not being all in for Michael Gallup. I understand that, right? He hasn't played since 2023. Prior to him playing in 2023, he had a major knee injury that really stopped him from reaching his peak. But he decided to retire. He had some talks with it. He missed the game. He's out to prove everyone wrong. He's out to, play ball again. Because he missed it. He really didn't want to retire. He talked to his sister, who's like his best friend, and he was like, it's a lot more left in the tank. And I truly believe that. And that's the thing that I feel a lot of fans have to understand. Like, Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin and Cliff Kingsbury curried. And I'm not taking no credit away from anybody because we all contributed, or they all contributed. Shoot, we all contributed because we was fans, right? But he took a team full of De'Ami Brown, Olamide Zaccheaus, Austin Eckler, Zach Ertz, and Simmons. Like, he took a team full of Jags. Okay, and no disrespect to Zach Ertz because he was a baller. So I really should just be talking about the receiver position and not even include Zach Ertz. But what I'm saying is he took a bunch of mid to the NFC Championship. And you're telling me we have an opportunity to add more with Deebo Samuel alone, but then you have a healthy Noah Brown come back and a healthy Michael Gallup, bro, and they both have opportunities to get you at least 400 or 500 receiving yards. That is good. Ain't like I'm asking Noah Brown to come in and be 1,000-yard receiver, 800. Nah, bro, I'm not asking you for that. This was at times last year. Noah Brown was posing as our number 2 receiver, and he was doing a damn good job at it. Right? So I don't know. Help me understand for the fans that aren't the biggest Noah Brown fans or the biggest believer in the Michael Gallup signing. Help me understand why that is. I'm not telling you you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? I just genuinely want to know, like, why do you not feel as such? I get it. I already understand. We can do better. You dang all right we can do better than Noah Brown and Michael Gallup. But why are you against what we have? And it's not all of y'all. I know there's a lot of y'all that think like me out there that feel like Michael Gallup and Noah Brown are really solid pieces and can definitely be an upgrade over what we had last year. And think about it. Michael Gallup, he's a deep threat. He's probably the De'Ami Brown replacement, right? That's something that we said we were going to miss a lot of with De'Ami Brown being gone. Well, he's probably the replacement for De'Ami Brown, given the fact that he is a deep threat and we lost a deep threat. Noah Brown comes right in and fulfill his role, and Noah Brown maybe can be our wide receiver 3. If we don't do anything, assuming we don't do anything in the draft, I think my receiving core goes Terry, Deebo, and me personally, I'll put Michael Gallup because I'm banking on upside and banking off his pass. But if you go Noah Brown, that's cool. Those are the 4 locks. Obviously, you got LMC, Luke McCaffrey, who changed the number to 11. He might do some. And you got KJ Osborne, but that last receiver spot it's gonna be open for some other guys on the back end of the roster. I'm pretty sure Bryson Tremaine's still around somewhere, and obviously undrafted free agent wide receivers that we may bring in throughout camp. That could be for one of those guys. But I think our 4 receivers are cool. LMC, I'm not out. I'm not off of the hype train of Luke McCaffrey. I'm just gonna wait and see with him. But our 4 receivers are definitely better than what we had last year. You know what I'm saying? What was our 4 last year? Terry, Deami, Olamide, and Noah Brown, and Jamison Crowder. Like when Noah Brown went hurt, like when got down. I'm telling y'all, man. I know it's April, and we gotta wait to September to really see this unfold. And I get it, but just give Michael Gallup and Noah Brown a chance. I promise you, they're going to contribute. They're going to chip in, and I'm banging the table for it. Both going to put up 400 to 500 receiving yards, hopefully more. And I think they both going to have a lot of touchdowns this year. I'm thinking Noah Brown going to have 7. Michael Gallup going to have 5 if he's healthy and makes the roster. Like I mean, let me make it clear. Michael Gallup does not have to make this roster, but I'm just assuming he does. And he makes this roster, I promise you, he's going to help out Jaden Daniels and his offense, and we're going to be successful because of a Michael Gallup edition and Noah Brown re-edition. So let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. How do you feel about Noah Brown and Michael Gallup and just the wide receiving core as a whole? Are you confident in it? Do you think, Juan, it needs some work? I don't know what you're talking about. You're tripping. They're not that good. Leave it down below in the comment section. As always, be well, Juan Gotti. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I want to order 10,000 subscribes. So we really appreciate if you can reach that goal as soon as possible. Thank you so much. You have a blessed, stay safe, be easy out there. Peace.
Never gave a fuck, ballin' like I'm Deshaun, throw the bomb, G. That's IG, my jersey never seen a laundry.